Masturbation. Everyone does it, but no one talks about it. Why?
Masturbation.
Masturbation addiction is much more harmful than you probably can imagine.
Let me take you back to a private conversation I had not long ago with a friend who leaned in and whispered, "I feel broken every time I do it, but I can't stop." And he is not the only one. Millions of people across the world carry a similar secret. It hides in late night routines, locked doors, and quiet moments of guilt. Masturbation is one of the most common human acts, yet it is also one of the most misunderstood, misrepresented, and emotionally and religiously loaded. This is not just a documentary, this is a journey through science, faith, culture, and psychology to understand something that touches nearly every human life, but it is rarely spoken of in full honesty.
The brain is a learning prediction machine, and if I'm not trying to say that all pornography is bad, but there are good data to support the idea that if your brain learns to be aroused by watching other people have sex, it is not necessarily going to carry over to the ability to get aroused when you're one-on-one with somebody else.
Is masturbation healthy or harmful? Can it enhance your life or destroy your confidence? Does it ruin relationships or can it help you understand your body better? What does religion really say? What does modern neuroscience reveal? And what does your heart say after it is done? This video will not judge you. It will walk with you through facts, stories, and reflections. By the end, you will not just be informed, I believe you will be transformed. So now, let's dive into it. What is masturbation really? Well, masturbation is the act of sexually stimulating oneself, usually to a point of orgasm. That is the biological definition, but the emotional reality is far more complex. For some, it is a relief valve for stress. For others, it is a way to escape from the noise of loneliness. For many, it is deeply private experience laced with curiosity, guilt, excitement, or confusion. The Kinsey Institute reports that over 78% of men and 61% of women have masturbated at some point. That means if you are watching this, chances are that you are not alone. And yet, if it is so normal, why does it carry so much shame? Because the act may be private, but the consequences can echo through our confidence, our habits, and our spiritual health. So why do people masturbate? Well, I will share some of the hidden reasons. We think people masturbate because they are turned on, but that's often only surface level reason. Psychology tells a more profound story. Most people report masturbating for a mix of reasons. Yes, pleasure plays a role, but often it is about managing anxiety, boredom, loneliness, or even grief. Some people use masturbation to calm their nerves before sleeping, feel the emotional vacuum left by rejection, isolation, or trauma, avoid deeper emotional pain, self-soothe during stress or sadness. So when people say they do it because it feels good, the truth is they do it because feeling nothing hurts even more. Now to our brain. How does our brain respond or get wired to masturbation? Every orgasm is not just a physical release, it is a neurological event. When you climax, your brain releases a mix of powerful chemicals, which are dopamine for pleasure, oxytocin for bonding, serotonin for mood regulation, and prolactin for relaxation. These chemicals shape your brain's reward pathways. The brain learns what brought that pleasure, and it wants it again, and that's how habits begin.
Do you think that men masturbate?
I'm pretty sure they do it at least once a day.
One time every day for every single guy?
Yeah, I think so. Just about once a day, if not twice a day.
They must get up every morning and just do it, no?
Often do you think that girls diddle their skittle?
Diddle their skittle? A daily diddle? A daily diddle?
A daily diddle, really? You think we have that much time?
I think everyone can make time. I think they do it once before they go to work, and once before they go to sleep,
Twice a day?
at least.
Wow, that is a very big estimate.
When masturbation becomes frequent and is paired with fantasy or porn, the brain adapts. It starts expecting pleasure without effort, intimacy, or vulnerability. That is how behavioral addiction is formed. Over time, this can lead to erectile dysfunction in young men, difficulty bonding emotionally, craving constant novelty to achieve the same high. Now the health debate. Here is a question everyone asks: is masturbation helpful or harmful? What do you think? Leave your comments on the comment section. But then, let's take a balanced look.
While 90% of men report masturbating on a regular basis, so do 70% of women. There's good reason for this. Masturbation, of course, can produce pleasure, but has also been reported to improve mood, sleep, focus, stress levels, and concentration. It can even improve self-esteem and body image.
Masturbation, when done mindfully and moderately, can reduce stress and cortisol levels, improve sleep quality, ease menstrual cramps, enhance body awareness and comfort, lower risks of prostate cancer in men, as in a Harvard research. But when it becomes compulsive or emotionally driven, it can lead to emotional fatigue, lower motivation and energy, create dependency and escapism, disconnect you from real-world intimacy, amplify feelings of shame and self-loathing. It is not about the act itself, it is about the pattern, the frequency, and the emotion tied to it. Now, these are the lies we grow up believing. Many of us grow up hearing that you will go blind, you will grow hair on your palms, you will become infertile, and it will ruin your future marriage. Is any of this true? None of these are true. But the planted fear and shame, the real damage, young people grow up confused and silent. Adults live with unresolved guilt. No one knows what's actually normal or healthy. When we replace fear with fact, we break the circle of secrecy. So what is masturbation in connection to fertility?
The frequency of masturbation may have an impact on the sperm counts and sperm volume. When we have very short periods of abstinence, such as a day or less, we may have lower sperm counts and lower volume of the sperm sample. However, the prolonged abstinence may have a negative impact on the quality and overall characteristics of the sperm, as we may have higher sperm counts, but the quality of the spermatozoa in terms of motility and DNA fragmentation are severely reduced.
Does masturbation affect someone's fertility? A common fear is that masturbation harms fertility. But here is the truth. In men, moderate ejaculation supports healthy sperm turnover. Excess daily masturbation may lower sperm quality temporarily. Habitual porn use can lead to desensitization and lower libido. In women, masturbation does not harm fertility. It can enhance body awareness and understanding of ovulation. Some evidence suggests it supports uterine health and circulation. The act itself isn't harmful, but the mindset, emotion, and pattern surrounding it matters. Is masturbation only about humans? No, I think animals also masturbate. Masturbation exists in nature among dolphins, chimps, lions, elephants, and some other animals. It is instinctive, but humans are different. We reflect, we judge, we question. Animals act from instinct. Humans act, reflect, and then carry the weight of meaning. That is why it is not enough for you to say it is natural, because what it means to you is what gives it power. Now the porn problem, rewiring the mind. Masturbation today is paired with pornography. This changes everything. According to studies published in Brain Research, Porn activates brain reward system similar to drugs. It causes overstimulation of dopamine receptors over time. It leads to desensitization and emotional flatness. With repeated exposure, people may struggle to enjoy real intimacy, chase extreme content for the same arousal, experience delayed gratification or sexual dysfunction. Porn doesn't just change what you watch, it rewires what you want. Now to religion and the body. This is often the most sensitive area. What does faith say?
Not just men. Sexual desire is strong. Not everyone is married with a willing sexual partner every moment that they desire it, so masturbation is a thing. Now here's the question: is that harmful to the body since you are the temple of God? I think that reference comes from 1 Corinthians 6. It says, "Flee from sexual immorality. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own, you were bought at a price, therefore honor God with your bodies." So is masturbation breaking this idea that you are the temple of God?
In Christianity, the story of Onan is about disobedience, not masturbation. Jesus cautioned against lustful intent, not the act itself. In Islam, masturbation is discouraged but permitted in hardship to avoid sin. In Judaism, traditional teachings discourage wasting seeds. Some modern rabbis allow it within marital boundaries. In Hinduism, certain sects teach that it weakens spiritual energy, urges. Others focus more on intent and self-discipline. Across faith, the message is clear. Your body is sacred. Respect, not repression, is the higher goal. But what is the emotional fallout beyond orgasm? After the high comes the silence. Many people report feeling empty, disconnected, unmotivated, sad, or ashamed. This emotional crash is not about morality. It is about unresolved need. When you reach for pleasure not to feel a deeper void, the emptiness often returns stronger. It is not your body that is broken. It is your heart calling for something deeper. And if that is the case, should you masturbate? This question doesn't need a yes or no answer. It needs honesty. So ask yourself, do I feel better or worse afterward? Am I in control, or is this a compulsion? Does this serve my growth or numb my emotion? Masturbation, when done with mindfulness, it can be healthy. But if it replaces connection or hides inner struggles, it may be time for you to pause. Now, here is my final reflection. I believe it is the truth we are afraid to say. Masturbation isn't just about the hand. It is about the story, the emotion, and the intention. It is not about shame. It is about awareness. I think we should stop asking, is it right or wrong? Instead, let's start asking, is it helping or hiding? Because the moment you stop hiding from yourself is the moment you begin to heal. And if this message spoke to you, share your story, comment on the comment section, and reflect about it. Thank you for watching. This is the Lens 24. Subscribe to our channel and check out our next video on the tag.